and I want you to buy the book. And then not only do I want you to buy the book, I want you to write a review
Yep, write a review.
after
Tell your
you
mother
finish
about it.
reading it, and
Tell
tell
your
your
friends.
friends and let them know. And because we're here, and as a writer, I know what Don is going to. Not only do we want to sell you a book, we want you to be a return customer. Okay, so we want to make you happy.
Yes,
So we won't know if we don't make you happy and what you don't like if you don't tell us.
that's right.
So, okay, so we know Don was in the Navy,
Yes.
and Don, what compelled you to write this book?
Well, like I said, I used to watch creature features when I was little. When I got a little bit older, there were other TV shows that would come on TV, local TV there in Chicago, and I used to always, I was a very scary little guy when I was young. And so I kind of became fascinated with what makes people afraid, what makes me afraid. And I like to write stuff to get a rise out of people, tell jokes to get a rise out of people. And I started thinking, I was actually in school just like you are, and I was working toward my degree. And it's really easy when you're taking a bunch of classes and doing a bunch of reading that you have to do. It's very easy to get really, really bored. And writing is one of the things that I never want to give up. So I have to keep exercising it like a muscle. So I write something every day. I write something every day. And so while I was going through my classes, I was like, I need something to kind of keep me interested. And so I was toward the end of my degree where you really get bored, and I started writing Dead Assets. I actually wrote the story Dead Assets. That was the first one that I wrote out of the three stories that are in the book, the novel Dead Assets. And I wrote it, and I just kind of asked myself, well, what would happen if we wrote a story from the point of view of the zombies arrive? It wasn't the huge apocalypse that everybody thought it would be, but they are here. How do people who are surviving this, how do they deal with it? What do they go through? What influence them? And then I started saying, what would make a good guy do something bad? What would make this person do this to survive and stuff? And I've always been really fascinated with sociology and psychology and trying to figure out why people go about doing the things that they do. So it just kind of culminated into Dead Assets, the story, and from there I took it and I told my wife about it, and for the record, my wife does not like horror novels. She didn't like horror at all, but she supports everything I do. When I told her about the story, she thought it was really interesting. She said you really should take that and expand it beyond that, and so I did. And so I did. I just decided to kind of break it up and do it in three different points of view, three different stories about the same event, and that's how the novel came about.
And it's good. I mean, I'm like your wife. I don't like zombie books, okay? But I love your book. Okay, put it to you like that. I like the development of the book, and as a writer, when we read a book, we look deeper than the reader does. So I'm looking at it. I'm looking for character development, plots,
Yes.
all of that stuff, and it drug me into the story. Okay, so I had to read till the end. So and that's what I am with my book right now. I'm like you. I'm in for school and it's boring. So I have to write. So I'm writing every day.
Gotta write.
And if you're a writer and you're not writing every day, you're not a writer. Okay, I'm just telling you that right now.
You gotta write every day. Every day.
You write every day, and with me, I'm writing every day. And one of my people sent me an email, and it was like your characters. I said your characters actually write the story if you let them. Okay, it's up to you.
They do.
And so you have to be willing to give up and let them go there. All right, let's see.
That's it.
It is. Well, Don, I'm gonna give you a little break. We're gonna play you a little music and see what we got here for you.
Okay.
Let's see
What
if we
you
can.
gonna play?
I don't know. Waiting on my computer to act like it's got a brain, and see what it's gonna do. I had it. There it is. Look, you said fun, right?
Yeah, play fun by some function. I love some funk music. I love all types of music. I love classic rock, but I'm a funketeer. Oh my goodness, I'm a funketeer. I love R&B, hip hop,
Oh
all
yeah.
that stuff. Yeah.
All right, come on, play. It's one of those days. I'm telling you. Why Why is it giving me such a problem, Don? Is it you or the zombies doing it today? Because it's been one of those
Me
days.
and the zombies, I think, Stephanie. Yeah, we got together and yeah, we're messing up all the technology around here.
All right, it's playing now.
Good.
Okay, Don, we're back. And what are you going to do for us now? I mean, are you going to read for us or?
Sure, I'd love to read for you.
Okay,
I'd
guys.
love to read for you.
And before we go, that was Fun by Confunction. I hope you guys enjoyed that today. Okay, let's see. We are going back. And Don's going to read for us today. And don't forget, I'm going to sell it again to you. Amazon.com or www.donmiskel.com and purchase the book. When you finish with the reading the book, go back in and leave a review. On Amazon, there's a section where it says leave a review. Leave it. Okay? All right, Don, so what you going to read for us today?
I'm going to read an excerpt from from my book, Dead Assets, and it's actually from the story Dead Assets, which is the last one in that book. And just giving a little setup, there is a deal that's kind of going down, and I'll just kind of leave it at that, and you can pick up the rest. And it's just going to be a teaser, so I'm not going to explain everything to you, but I'll read this little excerpt, and hopefully you'll see something in it that makes you want to go and read more and tell more people about it.
All right, Don, go ahead. Yes.
Okay. All right, I'm going to start reading now. All right. As the older man went over his inventory prices with my partner, I perused the room. I looked at the writhing, sometimes naked bodies in various states of decay. My eyes set on a tiny figure in the far corner, spinning around with the intensity of a whirling dervish. It was an infected corpse that had once been a small child, about 5 years old. She scowled and glowered at me with blank eyes, the pupils of which had turned into a color that reminded me of sour milk. Partially clad in a ripped and blood-splattered pink and white dress, she looked like a tattered Raggedy Ann doll that had been dragged through the mud. Her little voice was part of the hoarse, off-tuned vocal symphony, hissing and grunting and inviting me to join their hellish little tea party. She looked as if her mother had dressed her up to give an Easter speech at church the day of her demise. She wore frilly little socks that had been powder puff pink at one time. Her clothes being unseasonable for that time of year, I imagined that she had been walking around the woods since before Labor Day, preying on forest creatures. One of her white patent leather shoes was missing, and there was a pink, dirty bow still propped in her matted, once golden hair. She was secured to one of several cylindrical poles that had been installed and cemented beneath the barn floor. As she made a run at me, the forward motion and limit of her chain caused her to go in circles. Round and round she went, stopping to growl and chomp at the air with her stained, jagged baby teeth. Then she'd go in circles again, pausing to snap menacingly at my direction. A normal child would have dizzied and given up, but she continued this cycle, clawing the air with her little hands, opening and closing her fists angrily. I concentrated on the others instead, the little girl becoming a spinning blur in my periphery that I was trying to ignore. It was much easier focusing on those that were in tattered work clothes and even a mustachioed man in a smoking jacket with a bloodied ascot. Anything but the little girl. Oh, we got a fresh shipment about every couple of weeks, I heard Maynard brag. Most of them are put down out in the field, but the best ones are delivered to me to sell. What happens to the one nobody buys, I asked, still avoiding the determined gaze of the tiny flax-haired terror in soiled pink, daring me to come over and read her a bedtime story. Well, we don't release them back in the wild, that's for sure, the broker of undead flesh said with an unsettling chortle. He was smiling at first, but the upturned corners of his mouth flattened out into a straight, serious line that resembled a jagged slash made with a dull scalpel. The friendliness in his face had downgraded to a stoic mask, jowls sagging. We burn them. Burn them shits, Steve piped in from the A-man corner. Sound good to me. Maynard still wasn't smiling. He studied my face, his glasses helping him to take in every detail with clarity. Magda got you spooked, huh? Looks like she done chose you. He do that from time to time, almost like choosing a mate. I returned his gaze. Who's Magda? He didn't blink, and only the slash of his mouth moved. The little girl in the pink dress, the one that you'd have turned away from and refused to look at. But she got eyes for you. And that's all I'm going to read for right now.
That's enough right there to give somebody nightmares.
There you go. Yeah, 'cause I don't think there's anything more unsettling than a little girl.
Yes, exactly.
When Exorcist came out, it wasn't so much that it was demonic possession. That's horrific enough. But the fact that you had Reagan, this little 12-year-old girl, who was spouting all these obscenities, her head's turning around, she's throwing up on people, and all that other stuff. That's the scariest thing. It's unsettling, is what it is. and this little girl's name is Magda.